Welcome to Suspension of Disbelief, a show where we make things that seem dumb and unreasonable just a little bit less dumb and slightly more reasonable. Today's topic is Jill's outfit in Resident Evil 3 actually reasonable? Now, normally, nobody would be caught dead or undead in a zombie apocalypse in a tube top, sweater around the waist, and knee-high boots unless you had no other choice. In Jill's case, she's on the run from Umbrella because of the mansion incident, mentioned in the book if you want to bring in some of the novel canon into this, while she's planning her escape out of Raccoon City to meet up with good old Chris, Barry, and Rebecca, we assume, and go into hiding. Now, the first thing we're going to find out is, why was Jill in such an easygoing casual outfit in the first place? Easy answer? It's fucking hot. So Resident Evil 3 takes place on September 28th, 1998, roughly 24 hours prior to the events of Resident Evil 2. So autumn is right around the corner, but summer is still lingering. And especially in a city as industrious, as shown as in the games, as Raccoon City, things can get pretty toasty. Not to mention the burning vehicles and buildings, but that's more on the later side. Just going off this past year's average temperature for the month of September for what's widely believed is the actual location of Raccoon City, Missouri, with the average high of 80 degrees Fahrenheit and a low of 61 degrees Fahrenheit, if we either use that average or the heat wave idea that was implemented in the Resident Evil Apocalypse movie, you know, the last good Resident Evil movie, mainly because of this guy.
You motherfuckers is crazy. Look at that big motherfucker got a rocket launcher.
Just look at him. You will be avenged. I think we can agree that, yes, nobody would want to be walking around in a long-sleeve t-shirt, Uggs, and full-length pants. Don't believe me? Just ask this guy. And this guy. Ask this girl. Ask Carlos. Hell, ask Marvin. Even Dario starts ripping off his own sleeve because of how toasty it is.
What's that?
Mikhail is evil, so he doesn't count. He likes the heat. He's from the deep south.
What's your name? You're safe now.
Even if you go back to Resident Evil 2, you will see that pretty much every single zombie and person you encounter is wearing some kind of easy breezy clothes. Ada, Claire, Sherry,
So Jill, did
Marvin
you decide
again.
to help us out? It looks
But
like
why
we're the
is
only ones who
Leon
survived.
wearing his full
We should
outfit
work
though, you
together.
ask? Because he's a rookie. He wants to start his first day off on the right foot, and he will suffer for his good looks. They don't call it hot for nothing. So with all this information, it's safe to assume that it was just hot. Jill was packing her clothes, she put on something quick and comfortable, but had a nice balanced outfit ready for when she was going to leave. What was she waiting for? A message, phone call, or something from Chris. Going back to the novel once more, Chris and Barry went ahead to make sure that their safe house was a safe house, because an unsafe safe house isn't a safe house I'd feel safe in. Now, that just leaves us with the boots. Why was Jill wearing knee-high boots with that outfit?
That's a lot of ground to cover.
Because she looks fucking good, so what? Fuck you. Okay, so in all actuality, the boots are a little bit more tricky than the rest of the outfit. Why would somebody wear knee-high boots in their apartment? So with this show, we're not going to fabricate some story as to why it would make sense. No, we're going to use clues and information that's already been provided to us by the creators themselves and see if we can piece enough together to suspend our disbelief. So, with that being said, here's my defense for Jill and her sexy knee-high boots. So, let's have a quick flashback to Resident Evil 1. We're going to use the remake in this case, but the original Resident Evil works as well. Okay, so Jill drains the bathtub to see what's inside. She sees ooey gooey zombie man. He gets up, falls over, tries to grab at her ankles. She crushes his brains, gets grossed out, and ooey spewies all over the toilet. Alright, so flash forward to September 28th, 1998. This trauma stuck with Jill, and she now has a fear of zombies grabbing her leg, which we know is a constant way that enemies will attack you in the Resident Evil series, is they will be nibbling at your ankles. So, let's just say she has no time and she needs to run out of the house. She knows she has no time to change her skirt, so she picks the shoes that'll offer her legs the most protection from zombie bites and grabs. This also explains why she has a sweater wrapped around her waist, even though, as we've already explained, it's hot as hell. So could it be possible that A, it is hot in September in the American Midwest, and B, Jill was in a rush and grabbed the two clothing articles that would provide her with even partial protection? Well, that's what suspending your disbelief is all about. It could work and it couldn't. And that brings us to our second point. Did Jill have enough time to change her clothes once the zombie outbreaks began? So, first reports of monsters being sighted in the city began around mid-June, eventually even getting to the police station by the 12th of September. And here's an excerpt taken from the Resident Evil fandom wiki. While the T-virus spread in the sewers below, the Raccoon General Hospital itself was seeing a surge of inpatients experiencing symptoms of infection, with reports entering on or before Thursday, 10th of September, and rapidly increasing on Friday, the 18th of September. If this is accurate, shit's about to get even more crazy in just about 10 days. Since the T-virus had been getting into the water treatment facility, by September 24th, already tens of thousands had been infected, and shit just kept getting worse from there. By the 27th of September, there were liquor attacks at the RPD, SWAT was getting run. You just watch the epic intro of Resident Evil 3. So good.
Okay, we've got to get out of
I think it's safe to assume that both Brad and Jill were assisting the RPD with the attacks, and both were forced to escape and try to meet up somewhere else down the way. Now, I'm not saying that Jill was there specifically on the 27th of September, but they were at the RPD helping out. So, how can we assume that Jill was at the RPD assisting during the attack or even around RPD before the massacre? Because you can find Jill's badge in the conference room. Jill probably had an opportunity to go home, get changed, and grab her stuff and leave, but le gasp! Amidst her preparations, she was forced to escape her apartment with the clothes she had on her back, as you can see in the intro to both RE3 and the remake, that she was forced to escape from her own wherever. So, did she have enough time to change into something a little bit more safe? She probably already was in the process of changing her clothes and had to flee, because as we see in the intro of the Resident Evil 3 1999 edition, she's cornered and on the run from a bunch of zombies. In the intro trailer for the 2020 RE3, she's being chased by X gon' give it to ya. Alright, so here's the information we have so far. It's hot. Jill don't like grabbing zombies. Zombie grabbing the sexy legs. She don't like the zombies grabbing her sexy, luscious, soft, long legs. And she was in the middle of changing her clothes and packing when shit went bad and she had to leave, as seen by this picture during the opening cinematic of RE3 for PS1. Now, is this enough information to suspend your disbelief that Jill is too smart to be caught in the middle of a zombie apocalypse in just a tube top and miniskirt? Or do you require more evidence? Well, Your Honor, I made my case. I rest my case. Take it as you will. And if you enjoyed this, and there's a video game series that you love but is just a little too unbelievable, or you can't suspend your disbelief, Let me know in the comments below, or shoot me an email at watashiwaken@yahoo.com. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel for even more upcoming suspension of disbelief. Thank you guys for watching.